First of all, I just want to say we had the first responders out yesterday for practice, and thank you to those guys coming out there and just what they mean to our community, what they mean to Greenville, Pitt County, and just appreciate those folks and the job they do of keeping our place safe and our folks safe, and not only just the folks in Greenville, but our players as well. Just finished up our first scrimmage, practice number 9 here. Had about 75, 85 plays in there, and had finished with a situation overtime there at the end, just getting a little competition in it. But saw some good things, obviously some things we got to clean up. You know, a first scrimmage, I thought there was too many penalties out there, but that's kind of expected out of a scrimmage. Saw some highlights, saw some guys step up and make some really good plays overall. And, you know, things we can build on, but things I feel really good about if you look back to a week ago where we're at. So, you know, it's spring ball. Feel really good about where we're going, but still a little ways to go. And but I see some young guys coming along, see some older guys kind of stepping up, taking on some leadership roles. And I'm really excited to see, you know, scrimmage number 2. You always talk about during the season how much you improve from game 1 to game 2. How much can we improve from scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2?
A lot of running backs getting play, at least at the time that we saw. How would you kind of assess that room right now?
Yeah, I think that room's showing they have some depth in there. You know, Marlon Gunn's obviously the older young man in there. London Montgomery is back from last year. Parker Jenkins is an added body in there that I think is doing a really good job, show some burst. Josh Benton, the local kid from Jacksonville here, gets the ball in his hands, scored today, did a really good job. And then TJ Engelman, the younger guy, showing that he's worthy of some reps back there. So all 5 of those guys touched the football and did some good things with the ball in their hands.
Coach, is there a certain position group that you've seen improve greatly since day 1 out here?
You know, we just talked about the running backs. Those are the guys I would probably say is like the strongest room right now. And defensively, I think I see some really good things at Damian Wilson, Day-Day, and Sam Danka in that room. You'd like to see a little bit more depth there. So I think there's various position groups that are doing a really good job. The tight end room is really strong right now. But we still got to take it to the next level and see some other guys step up as well.
You talked about leadership also. What guys have stepped up in that department?
Several. You know, I think that's a team effort right now. We talked back on January 12th when we first met about that kind of maybe we had 22 guys leave, some vacant spots there, that those guys got to be the next guys to step up. And that takes time, and those guys are kind of leading the way with that. You know, whether it's Caden from his limited role there, some guys on the defensive side of the ball, Jamarly Riddle, even though he's a young guy. And I think it's a collective group right now, but we got to continue to grow there.
Coach, Danka made a pretty amazing play on breaking the pass up. Just what's his improvement been like from last year?
Well, Sam's, you know, learned a whole new role, playing linebacker instead of being on the line of scrimmage. And I think he's growing on him. I mean, he's only 9 practices into playing linebacker. And you can see it every single day. He's getting better and better. There's still some things he's got to improve at, and mostly it's in between the tackles. But, you know, covering in space and his ability to play in space is what flashes, and that's the reason we moved to linebacker.
Would be remiss if I didn't ask you about the defense. Just what did you make of their performance as a whole in this scrimmage today?
Well, you know, if you ask me as a former defensive guy, you're never satisfied. But you saw some good things. You saw guys flying around. I thought they had really good energy on the sideline, and got some 4th down stops there. You know, we went for it a lot on 4th down, just get a few extra reps in today. But I thought they did a good job in those scenarios. You'd like to see them force a few more turnovers. I'd like to see them stop the run there in the last series. But overall, I thought they played pretty well.
How's the new and young guys on the defensive side of the ball handling this tempo?
Yeah, it got them a little bit today. Sometimes that's hard to simulate in practice, just because you're at the end of the practice and you're trying to simulate tempo and with your offense and have some things going there. But now you have officials, you get the ball put down. And those guys got to do a better job of getting their eyes to the sideline, getting a call, getting lined up, and getting situated there. So it's hard to play defense if you don't got 11 sets of cleats in the ground. And that's today they got to learn from that and take it to the next level and realize exactly how fast that tempo can be. I thought our offense did a much better job today than I've seen this spring with the tempo. So I was, you know, fired up about that, them getting on the football and running the show there.
Saw a few different guys kicking. Does that remain an open competition in your eyes at this point?
Everything's an open competition. That's what the spring's for. You know, it's just the second phase of the off season. You know, first phase being the winter training, second phase being the spring ball, third quarter being the summer, and fourth quarter being next fall camp. But spring ball is, you know, everything's open competition, and you get everybody reps, and that's what's, you know, key to it and important about it. And you're trying to not only develop starters and key players, key roles, but also backups that can help you win. You're really trying to find out who can help us win next fall.
Has Cade been able to participate in any drills out of your scrimmage?
Yeah, he's back. If we were playing a game and, you know, we're a week out from a game, I believe he'd be ready to go. And he did some things out there yesterday. 2-minute drill, throwing the ball around Skelly, and we're just being a little cautious, and we can be right now. And it gives, obviously Jay Garcia an opportunity and Raym Jeter an opportunity, and 2 freshmen to get some extra reps in there. And I thought Jeter looked pretty good today, as well as the freshmen. So, they still got to keep building, but it gives those guys extra reps as well.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, first question, Marlon. Looks like you might be working on some new dance moves this year.
Oh yeah.
Something yesterday.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put too much out. But I'm gonna show like a little bit of flash here and there.
Is it like plays? You just can't let them go on tape, so you can't have teams knowing what you're celebrating.
Yeah, right there. I don't need everybody to be like, oh, we know what he finna do. But one day I do want the stands to get up with me and just and just do it. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody to know what I'm finna do. So I tell y'all maybe the week before or that week what dance I'm gonna do. It just depends on what I see on TikTok that week.
Maybe mid-October we can get the fans into it by then.
Oh yeah. That's around my birthday time too, October 15th. So if anybody, we got a game one of them days closer to that, I'm gonna be doing a new dance move. I'll tell y'all about it coming soon.
Marlon, who has stood out on the offense so far to you in spring practice?
John Waiters has been standing out, just coming from, him watching Jet from last year, Winston from last year. It's just, he's showing different flashes that he, gonna be a guy for us. Keelan has been stepping up. Keelan Robinson's been stepping up. He just, showing different flashes from last year. London Montgomery. That's my boy London, man. He just London, man. You'll have to know London to say, to know why I'm saying he London, but he's stepping up, and we just all working, man. I'm just proud of everybody.
How weird is it not seeing Rajay in the locker room, and how are you taking on that new leadership role in the running back room?
It's a big role to pick up, from him, just watching him and, trying to kind of mimic, how he was just doing different things and just kind of remember. I mean, I was here with Rock 3 years, so, just watching him is like, whoa, like going in the meeting room, like, we used to sit in the back, laugh, talk, joke and different things like that. I just got off the phone with him the other day, so we keep in contact and different stuff like that, and he just tell me, I got to be a voice and be a leader, try to take those shoes that he had.
You battled some injuries while you've been here at ECU. How's your health right now?
Oh, I'm good. I'm ready to roll. Like I feel better than I felt since I've been here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I've been running, getting hit, taking hits, delivering hits, everything.
Obviously, where the offense, is as far as playbook goes, a lot more than last spring. How would you say you guys are progressing along this spring as far as install and things like that?
This spring it's like everybody's catching on faster. So it's like, and being that the ones that we sent out there, they kind of know the ones that's been in the offense already. They know the offense, so it's not really much they got to teach us. It's just kind of some things to remember. But the new ones is like they catching on faster. So it's like it's taking stress off the coaches because it's like, man, they kind of know what they're doing a little bit. So it's like we just got to sit back, let them do what they do. But as long as everybody doing their job, then we good.
In the running back room, what makes each guy's play style a bit unique from each other?
Everybody has their own different play style. Like London may be speed, Parker may be power. He got some speed to him. As far as me, just power. Everybody got they different things they could do. You might have a little shifty one here and there. London ain't showed it yet, but it's in the bag. It's coming.
How's it been going against that new defensive front this spring?
Zion, and Preston, they give me a look every day. We talk our noise every day. They let Hat read. I be, messing over that every day. So if they won't talk about that, we can talk about that. But yeah, it's different. Coming from guys like Big Tay, Eli Morris, Surratt, like it's way different, from going to them because they, kind of play the same way they do, being that they was in the same room. So it's just like, it's different people, but it's almost the same thing.
What's been the biggest point of growth from day one to now in the offense? Everybody doing their job, not trying to do too much. Everybody just sticking to the script, not trying to do too much. Like if coach say do this, everybody's doing that. We just stacking our days, that's it.
How's the guys up front doing this spring? They open up some running lanes for you?
Yeah, they progressing every day. Different progress every day. Carson, hope he shake back. I don't know where, yeah, somewhere around here. But yeah, hope shake back, praying for his, injury or whatever. But hey, next man up. Got to have the next man up mentality. But other than that, we've been, slowly progress every day.
So first scrimmage in the books. I mean, how would you assess the way you guys looked out there?
Yeah, I think we look great. Offense looked pretty explosive, which is a thing we would love to see. it was moving really fast. It was really amazing, like watching how fast they move. As a defensive side, you know, we did great. We got a couple 3-and-outs. We did amazing. You know, obviously there's still things to clean up, but we'll obviously get that figured out.
How tough is that pace to play against?
Whew, boy, oh my goodness, it's tough. You know, people in our conference definitely won't be able to handle that, especially, you know, it's going to be our second year into it. But, yeah, we'll get used to it. We'll get adjusted to it, but I know teams in our conference won't.
In football, communication is key. How's the communication on that side of the ball?
On the defense, yeah, communication is very vital, you know. We have to be able to function as a group. You know, sometimes the call come in a little late, but as long as we're able to get into one accord and one function, we'll be straight.
Who have you seen step up as a leader in the defensive?
As a leader, my brother Preston Carr. He's a great leader. He's very vocal about the things and the standards that we all have to commit to. And I would say myself, you know, we're very great leadership in the D-corps. The linebackers is really good, and the safeties is really good as far as leadership too.
Where's the defense grown the most from day one to now?
From day one, I would say communication. Our communication amongst each other has been really great. As far as physicality, everything's grown. Being able to stop explosive plays, limit explosive plays, get havoc on a quarterback, I would say those things have really adjusted and came to play today.
Coach Tesh might be one of the most energetic coaches out there on the field.
Absolutely.
What's it like being coached by Roy Tesh?
The one thing about Coach Tesh, he will bring the best about you. He'll bring the best out of you. And he's a great coach, very vocal about the standards and how we play. It's not about what we do, but it's about how we do it. And I really trust Coach Tesh 100%. And that's why I've stayed here all 4 years. And, yeah.
Is it similar with Coach Aldridge? You know, he always brings that intensity in practice as well?
Absolutely. And that's what I love about our defensive coaches, you know. They're able to bring the intensity and bring the best out of you.